Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Evan Better Presents. And this contraption you're looking at here is my new upgraded RF energy storage network. So I went from having these guys here, leadstone energy cells. Actually, no, I never did have leadstone. I went straight to hardened, or maybe I didn't. Anyways, leadstone, hardened. Now we're here, redstone. These guys here, these resonant energy cells, are really too hard to get. That's fine. I can reuse these. These three things, I can probably reuse them. I can live with that. This is the issue. Enderium ingots. And enderium is a bitch. So, to make enderium, you need this stuff, enderium blend. Tin powder, resonant ender, which is magma crucible ender pearls melted down and then transferred to a bucket. That's not the big problem, though. I can get that eventually once I get enough shit to go to the end. Then I can make an enderman farm. That's easy enough to do. This is the problem. Pulverized shiny metal. Now, there's only two ways to get it. One, the guaranteed way, which is platinum, nether platinum. Gives you 4. And the second way is ferrous, or nickel. Or, what is that third one? Is that a thing that exists? Penilatodite? I've not seen that stuff before. Yeah, so you'd get pulverized ferrous metal, and 10% of the pulverized ferrous you get is going to be the shiny pulverized metal. That's a problem. Like, that's going to be hard to come across large quantities of it. Luckily, we really only need to make 4 ingots worth to get one of these redstone energy cells. And they hold 50 million RF versus 10 million RF. So just one of these is the equivalent of 5 of these. So it is worth it, but we don't have the resources to make it. You know what I mean? Now this is the redstone energy conduit, which holds up to 10,000 RF. These guys here have a 2,000 output block, like that's as high as it goes. And it's, I replaced this stuff here, this kinesis pipe, with this stuff out to the quarry. But look at this. Okay, look at this. Okay, frame rate's great, frame rate's great, frame rate's great. Look at the quarry. Oh my god, look at that. Here, this is the best way to show it to you, by trying to go around items. Look, okay? Perfectly fine, perfectly fine, perfectly fine, smooth, fluid, smooth, smooth, smooth. Choppy as a motherfucker. And the only thing out that way is the quarry. So the quarry is actually really lagging me out for some reason. And I think it's because I'm using those gold transport pipes. So, these guys here have been able to produce... I just had all of these ones on because I wanted to be able to make enough energy to fill up these 4 cells, or these 3 cells. I don't need all of these magmatic engines plus these steam guys on. If you look over here, you know, we're getting 50 to 70 megajoules in from those guys behind me, and we're outputting like 500 to 700 RF. So as long as this guy here, right here, this one here, stays at 999,600. He stays at 930-ish. I can cut off another set of these. Yeah. You see, the way they drain is they drain this one, then this one, and then this one finally is the last one to drain because I have them set up like this. Orange output, blue output. So power comes in, it goes in here, it goes out there, and it goes over here. Power comes in, it goes in here, the same one, exactly the same setup. So this one's going up, and then it goes off to the left. So, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I was able to turn off those guys. So maybe I can just keep 2 of them on. I think if I turn off these 2, it's going to be too much. Too much drain. I don't think the steam engines can put out enough to keep the whole thing going. Gotta remember the quarry is on this now, right? So the quarry actually sucks quite a bit of power. Actually, this is putting in just enough. Well, why isn't it... Interesting. Alright, we found the equilibrium of the network. Alright, so that's the equilibrium of the network. Basically, the steam engines with this power converter is enough to keep everything in here running. So, yeah, they're not dropping any further. Okay, good. So with the quarry, the only three main draws of continuous power are this, the fluid transposer, the pump that gives water, and the quarry now. So we're just going to take a quick run out to the quarry, just a quick one. Oh, you can see how laggy it is, though. The quarry is... These golden kinesis pipes are drawing my frame rate to shit. Looking at that one's fine. Looking over here is fine. I look at the quarry, and you can literally see the game slow down. It's like running at 1/8 this normal frame rate. It's awful. This is actually a fucking mistake. All of this hardened pipe, hardened energy conduit. What a mistake this was. I made all of this because I made a lead pipe machine, and I just converted it over to hardened energy pipe. And then I looked at the amount of redstone I had to use to make this shit. It was fucking outrageous. So I made that redstone energy conduit. And redstone energy conduit actually takes less redstone to make than this stuff does. So I was like, oh, son of a bitch. So I'm going to, at some point... Yeah, look at that. You can just see how even this thing's lagging out. But you can see this... The difference here is that I'm not getting enough power to max out the quarry. See, it's like 5,000 megajoules short of where it was running off the kinesis power. So this guy here, this 400 megajoule limit on it, is not enough to run the quarry on its own, let alone 2 quarries. I eventually would have loved to have 2 quarries. The power in this conduit is not enough. So I have to do one thing. I have to go and I have to tear all this shit up and recycle it. Thank God you can recycle it. You throw it in a pulverizer and it gives you back everything. Maybe there's a small loss. I haven't actually checked. All I know is that I made an ass ton of that stuff, and I was like, ah, oh, fuck, what a waste of redstone. Like, I wasted maybe 20 stacks of redstone. 20 stacks, not 20. 20 stacks of redstone. So I was like, oh, fucking shit, what a waste. If there's only a way to get it back. So I started recycling the pipe. You can see here, here's some of the stuff I haven't used. And the byproduct is Invar and lead, depending on if it was a leadstone or if it was a hardened energy conduit. So I was just throwing all the hardened energy conduits and leadstone conduits and these old leadstone energy cells into this thing, and it just pumps it into this, and it basically, yellow side gives me the byproduct, red side gives me the main product, which is redstone. So boom. I mean, how can you not love Buildcraft? So yeah, I disconnected all this stuff here, as you can see here. The reason being, this one here was what was making me my leadstone pipes. You can still see the recipe in here. And this was making leadstone pipes for me, and I was turning those leadstone pipes into hardened energy pipes by just throwing some Invar in on it, Invar ingots on it. But I disconnected this because I don't want to use leadstone anymore. And I disconnected this one because opaque conduits have less lag, I believe, because there's not an animation of the item going through it. It's just going through it, and you're not visually accounting for it. So I'm going to eventually upgrade my sorting facility. Get rid of all this shit. Put in opaque item ducts. Oh, I don't know if I can do that, though, because item ducts don't have a diamond transport pipe idea for sorting. Fuck, I don't know fucking how to do that. Like, this room is... It's important, the way it is set up in here. Like, item ducts with a servo in it, they don't work quite the same. They don't work the same as this. Like, this is so simple to set up. It's very easy. Very, very easy. Alright? Item ducts, on the other hand, don't work quite the same. Like, there's no way to just create this diamond pipe. If there was this diamond pipe option in item ducts, I would only use the item ducts. Let's just take a peek here. Maybe there's a device. Some kind of a sorter. Rotary craft. Sorts items, yeah. Item duct. I can make this shit now too, which is another reason why I stopped making the regular item ducts. Like, this stuff is lead ingot, and to make that crap, you just make that, and you just have to fill it up with energized glowstone. So I just need to get my hands on a little bit more glowstone crop, and I can actually start making... Oh, God. I can start making those item ducts actually in here. But I don't, like I said, I don't think you can use the item duct the same way. Like, you know how we had the problem... Oh, God, that lag is fucking terrible. You know how we had the problem here where I actually had to... Like, this part here going into these machines works fine, but... to transport it from that bottom crate over to this one, I actually had to use another one, another chest, and this cobblestone transport pipe, just because I couldn't get it to do it on its own. So, item ducts have a limit. If item ducts had a sorting or a filter, let's see what about filter. Is there a word? Is there something for filter? Filtered buffer. Interesting. This might be the thing I'm looking for. BC transport. Is that lava? Weird. Thermal expansion option. I'll have to do some research into that at another point. But for right now, I want to go set up a quarry in the nether. I want to do it. As long as I have it next to the pump? Or no, that's only advanced quarries. Damn it. Okay, so let's look at advanced quarries. See what we have to do to make one of these. That's an option that I never considered. Instead of putting a quarry in the nether, I could put a miner in the nether. And throw like an OV scanner in it. A teleporter. Miner, advanced machine casing, MFE, that's a pricey machine. And advanced alloys. I don't have the materials to do that just yet. That's for damn sure. Let's see what a regular miner is. I want to go to the Twilight Forest some point soon. Infominer. Why? How is that a thing? It looks like a slime handle, tool rod, cobalt thing, and then ardite mining head. Unbreakable. Huh, I didn't know that was a thing. Interesting. Ours works better, I'm sure, so who cares? Alright, so a couple of mining posts, a machine block, and 2 basic cells will give me a miner. Now, how do I make the OV and OD scanner? OV scanner. I need an OD scanner. An OD scanner is gold casings. And then if I want to make the OV scanner, I need advanced circuits, which I can make. Gold, glowstone, and gold item. Alright. I can make all of that shit. I can make all of that shit. So that's what I'm going to do. Quarry, I never thought about that. A quarry has got a lot of problems. Like, I mean, lava, for example, halts a quarry. The nether is nothing but lava. So that won't work. But a miner... Oh, I don't know if a miner can go through lava either. Alright, well, before I make like 20 of those fucking things, I'm going to make one. I will make one miner. And we'll see how it goes from there. But I'm going to call this episode right here, guys. I'm going to try and make one of those things off camera so that you're not bored by my process here. But you can see I cut down the trees because I didn't need anything, but I just wanted them out of the way. Sunrise is coming up. Hi, sheeps. Our Elysian fields right here. And then our crops of magical shit. Which it is now time to find out if something I did, which was plant this glowstone, is going to pay off. Glowstone essence. Perfection. Two glowstone seeds. Perfect. I changed the config file for magical crops to give me a seed, a guaranteed seed drop of a second seed when you harvest this stuff. So now they don't waste, I don't have to waste glowstone to make this crap and then constantly harvest it. I can actually plant this stuff here. You can see I've already doubled my iron because I planted the iron and then I got a seed from each iron. So, with any luck, I'll actually be able to have a proper magical crop farm sooner than later. Yum, 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 yum. Alright, guys. Well, thank you very much for watching. Next episode, I'm going to build that miner, and we're going to go back to the nether. Alright? So stay tuned for more nether fun.